But the one thing, ladies and gentlemen, if I would like to get serious for a second, I have to ask of you a favor for this next song. A favor that I've asked of you before, Chicago. In the past, you've agreed. And I don't know if we've overstayed our welcome here, but I'd like to ask one more time. Since we're going to be going away for a little bit, this might be the last time we see you for a bit. So, we're going to ask you this one last time, and I'd like you, it's been a long time of you doing this, and I'd like you to do it with as much chutzpah, if I'm pronouncing that right. Michele Bachmann. And that favor I have to ask of you is for you to provide a special effect about 3/4 of the way through this song. You don't know what that special effect is. The special effect being the sound of a multitude of people, or at least as many people who can fit in the Aragon Ballroom, screaming like they're being swallowed by a whale. Chicago, are you willing? Okay, let's get moving. Well, just so that you don't do it whenever you feel like doing it, because you're an independent people and a democratic people. You would just sort of start screaming like you're being swallowed by a whale. In the midst of my beautiful verses, which I would prefer if you didn't interrupt, we're going to give you a signal so you'll know when to do it. That signal's going to come from Mr. Chris. Oh, come here, Chris. At a moment in Valparaiso saxophone competition, in which he walked out with his pants around his ankle, and he's never been the same since.
I wonder if it's because his hat is crooked that it's making his head all off balance.
He's going to give you the signal, and the signal's going to look like this. The jaws of a whale coming together. When you see that signal, you'll know to scream like you're being swallowed by a whale. Is that clear? I said, is that clear in Chicago? All right, let's give it a test run, shall we? Mr. Chris Funk, 1, 2, 3, go! Come on, people of Chicago, we want to make this memorable. I know that many of you may have not ever seen the ocean, being in the ocean. You kind of get an idea of those Great Lakes, but I don't know if they have whales. I suspect that they have whales in the Great Lakes. So I'd like you to imagine to the best of your ability what it is really like to be swallowed by a whale. I mean, think about it for a moment. The sort of the approaching beast, and the adrenaline that sparks, the jaws opening up, and the teeth, the sort of massive teeth who've been sort of patiently scrimshawed because there's been a sailor kind of cut in the gums. And then you get chomped on, and then that's when you start screaming. You're ripped in twain. You're shoveling your innards back into the cavity of your chest. You're hollering for your mother, your father, your rabbi, your whatever. And then you're sort of digested over millennia. So that's what happens when you get swallowed by a whale. Let's try that one more time with keeping that in mind. Mr. Chris Funk. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been amazing. This is the Mariners' Revenge song. clean when came this rumbling from beneath. The ocean shook, the sky went black, and the captain quailed. As before us grew the angry jaws of the giant whale. Don't know how I survived. The crew all was chewed alive. I must have slipped between his teeth. But oh,